Hi, guys. I can't believe it. Welcome to my celebration episode for going live for 90 days in a row. I'm Terry Lee Harrison, and I am passionate about helping coaches, consultants, and solopreneurs be able to network in the most dynamic and lucrative way. I'm so excited to share. This is a recap show of what I learned in the last 90 days and what I'm going to be doing upcoming. So let's Hey, Kenyal, Lewis from Jamaica. Great to have you here with me today. It has been a journey going live for 90 days. And for my LinkedIn friends, you're going to say, I don't remember you going live for 90 days. I started off my journey being on Facebook across my page, groups, and pages that I host. And eventually in the last couple of weeks have added in LinkedIn going live. And I love adding in LinkedIn, my network on LinkedIn. I thank you so much for your engagement and how you share with me. Hey, Brian, great to see you. And Luciana, great to see you as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm here today just to chat a little bit about my journey going live all summer long for 90 days and just even like how it began. I don't know if you ever make goals at the last minute, but last week of May, I was having a talk with a speaking coach out of Australia, and she was sharing with me how she puts up a 1-minute video every day on her LinkedIn and how it benefited her. And so I literally woke up maybe on May 31st, maybe June 1st, but I went live and I just put it out to the world without much thought, guys, without much thought at all. That I was going to commit to going live 90 days in a row. And at the time, I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a clue, but I really felt strongly if the theme here for today's live is consistency. It's consistency. Hi, Lisa. Lisa and I just spoke, and here we are. Thanks for coming on, Lisa. So as I began the journey, without much of a plan, I took a notebook, and you can see, I didn't have a very fancy calendar, but I began to fill it in with what I was going to talk about. Was I going to have guests? And the plan morphed over the 90 days because the truth is I have a wonderful, amazing global online referral community that I head. And I have people that I can feature. It doesn't have to be that Terry Lee is teaching every single day. Brian, you are so correct. Consistency is so crucial. And that seemed to be a theme that came up. I recall in the journey, just getting to know and reviewing. Mike Chavez is someone who, if you don't know Mike Chavez, he is here on Facebook and LinkedIn, but he's someone that I know that has been consistent for over 4 years, going live daily. I've seen him in bed with the flu, laying down with his phone, going live for just a minute, not to miss the day, right? So he's someone that has inspired me when it comes to consistency. Luciano, consistency shares the kind of leader that you are. Yes, I so agree. So a couple of things that I want to share just as I was reflecting on the last 90 days before I share my new plans. And that's the importance of sharing our goals with people, the importance of commitment and putting our things out there. Because if I wouldn't have said to anyone, hey, I'm not going to go live, or I'm going to go live a little bit, but, and I didn't have anything behind it, that's one thing. But because I knew I was accountable to everybody, that's one thing that kept me going, right? The one thing that I did, and this was a funny story, is right away on June 1st, this is so funny, I put it in my calendar live, every morning my time, right? And seriously, have you ever booked on your online calendar, on your Google Calendar? Have you ever accidentally booked something incorrectly and like it lit up your calendar like a Christmas tree? Have you ever done that? So I entered my lives daily and I forgot. So later that day, when I went to open up my calendar and it was all purple because I had made them purple, I was like, oh no, what did I do? But here it was my commitment. My commitment was staring me in the face and I forgot. So having the appointment in my calendar every day was crucial because there was days as I went through the 90 days, I have to say, it was one thing to do it Monday through Friday during the work week and another thing on the weekends, but I was getting up and I was doing it, right? But there was times like on the weekends as I got into the third month where I would get up and I started walking with my husband. We would walk and go out to breakfast and walk back. And I would forget, like I would get back and I would look at, oh, there it is on my calendar. There's that appointment. So I got to follow through. So the reminders, yes, Lisa, thank you. Setting the reminders was helpful to me. Having that appointment in my calendar was crucial. So the couple things I learned, let's talk about just the concept of going live. I had different social media guests who would all share lives. And not to say you all need to go jump on the live bandwagon, but I'm told that lives are just a great way for people to get to know you. They're a great way for people to see you. They get to know you. They're following you, seeing what you're doing, seeing what you're teaching, seeing what you're up to. And it's a great way for people to say, hey, I might be interested in working with you. I might be interested in hiring you. So consider lives as something that you might want to do. These days, I totally believe, if you know I love networking, I totally believe that the social media content that we put out, because if we're networking online, people are finding us online. You know, it's not like the days Lisa and I in our chat we just had. We were talking about face-to-face networking, and face-to-face networking, I go see you in my community, we shake hands, we see each other. But today we're finding each other online. So people look you up when you meet them face-to-face, but they look you up after. In this case, it's your first impression. It's your first impression, right? Lisa says, yes, we must build the know, like, and trust factor. So consider if you want to do lives. The one thing that I've also learned is that, you know, people are looking for you. People don't always comment and give you engagement, but they are looking for you. So something to consider as well. My lives morphed. I did a ton of teaching in the beginning. I think I knew when I said I was going to go live for 90 days, I think I knew that I would be promoting and hosting a 5-day challenge. I did that first part of August. So that was definitely part of what I was doing. I don't know how many of you know, but twice a month I host with Virtual Team, I host global gatherings where we have global online networking, where we bring in speakers who are our members at Virtual Team. Like this week, we're hosting Facebook Pro Tips 2. It's a second session where we're going to be talking about lead gen, organic growth on Facebook, and Facebook ads with some great speakers. And so the ability to bring in and promote the speakers and have them be live also became part of what I was doing. But more so, I have my awesome network. I don't have to teach every single day. I have people that I can introduce you to that you can learn from, and we can introduce you. Thank you, Lisa. I love doing the challenge. Be looking to do another one after first of the year. Ali is here. Hey, great to have you here. What I found also is, you know, you build that consistency muscle. I built the muscle of going live. You know, you get better and better the more you do things. You develop how you're going to do things. In fact, I'm dressed this way on purpose. My shirt says strong. So as I added in that consistency muscle and that habit, I used to make myself, my story I told myself was, you know, I was not a slave to my schedule, but, you know, being a global networker, being in Singapore, working with people in North America, I get up every morning and hit my messages hard. I check in on my messages and look at what needs to be handled immediately. I have a lot of appointments in the morning, my time, right? Because I'm dealing with people at the end of their day in the US. And my schedule can be, sometimes I start early in the morning, and on occasion I'm working into the evening, right? But my story I told myself was, I have to exercise, like my schedule comes first and then I exercise, but no. I added in the consistency muscle of no, the exercise is scheduled. So the minute I finish this live, I'm going for my walk. I do my walk and my yoga. I add in the personal development side, and I'll be listening into a podcast, right? And that has been, as I added in consistency, I'm adding in other layers so that I can be successful and do the things. The more that you add in consistency, have any of you found that it has helped you? Ali, what's the time to improve? 6 months? I found in this case, Ali, that I made a 90-day commitment to go live every day. And, I think that sets a great foundation. I think that 90 days can set a great foundation for anybody. I think continuing is important, which will lead me just to my new plans, what I've decided to do. So I am committing, I will still go live. I'm going to be going live and include LinkedIn 5 days a week. So Monday through Friday, my time. So if you're in North America, you might see me Sunday through Thursday. Okay. But I think that building something that's consistent, if I have something special, I might do it on the weekend. But I think that building something that's consistent, that people know where to look for you, building something where I know, I do want that weekend time for my family, especially now that things are opening up more in Singapore. And knowing if part of my consistency is walking, I'm loving. We added in with my husband, that Saturdays, when he's not off at work, I'm not at meetings, that we're gonna walk and do something together, right? That's a special part of new habits and new consistency. And so I just want to thank you for listening in on just some of my reflections of the journey. I don't know where the lives will take us. The last thing that I will say is, I've also developed the habit. So when I visit my virtual team meetings, I am going in and saying, hey guys, I have these dates available for lives. Who would like to promote their business? And so while I am at the meetings, I'm actually booking in dates with people. So I have a lot of September already booked. So good as you just continue to keep the things going, grow, develop, learn, become stronger. So I'm excited to see. I would love to come back in 90 more days and just report on what else is happening, right? Report on what else has transpired and do a check-in with you all. So I just want to say thank you to anyone who's listened into these lives over the last 90 days. I was convinced from the beginning that there was nothing bad that could come from being consistent. There was nothing bad that could come from it. I've had people reach out to me for partnerships. I've had people reach out to me for speaking engagements. I'm just really happy that I threw it out there, that I decided on a whim to do it. So I want to ask you, what might you like to commit to? Where will you like to increase your consistency? Please comment. We'd love to hear from you. So as we close out this celebration, I have a special quote that I had. I see, even in consistency, I dropped this off. But those who know me and know how I feel about networking and asking for what you want, just the closing quote for today. When you figured out what it is that you want to ask for, do it with certainty, boldness, and confidence. So I want to wish you all a fantastic day. My mantra with my networking is let's cheer each other on and help each other grow. So let's go do that. And I will see you tomorrow on the next edition of Let's Talk Networking. Thanks, everybody.